right, you history-craving, star-spangled party animals. Strap in for the glitzy, chaotic, and downright messy romp of June 28, 1919, when the Treaty of Versailles was inked in the Hall of Mirrors at France's Versailles Palace. Picture a scene straight out of a Gatsby fever dream. Chandeliers sparkling, diplomats in tailcoats sipping champagne, and the air thick with the stench of victory and betrayal. World War I's been a 4-year meat grinder with 16 million dead, empires like Austria-Hungary and the Ottomans reduced to rubble, and Europe looking like a bombed-out bar after a brawl. America, late to the party but packing serious heat, sent 2 million doughboys, billions in loans, and enough supplies to tip the scales against the Kaiser's war machine. Now the U.S. is strutting into Versailles like a cowboy who just won the saloon's biggest poker pot, ready to call the shots. President Woodrow Wilson, a bespectacled Democrat with a Ph.D. and a hard-on for world peace, leads the American charge. He's got his 14 points, a blueprint for a kinder, gentler world with open diplomacy, free trade, and a League of Nations to keep everyone playing nice. Sounds like a utopian wet dream, right? But the Allied big dogs, France's Georges Clemenceau, Britain's David Lloyd George, and Italy's Vittorio Orlando, are out for blood, not hugs. They want Germany to pay, and pay hard, for starting the war. The treaty they hammer out is a 440-article beast that rips Germany a new one. Its armies cut to 100,000 troops, no air force, no submarines, and a $33 billion reparations bill. That's $500 billion in 2025 dollars. Germany loses 13% of its land, 10% of its population, and all its colonies are carved up like a Thanksgiving turkey for the Allied buffet. The War Guilt Clause, Article 231, forces Germany to admit it caused the whole damn war, a humiliation that burns deeper than the trenches. Wilson's all in on his League of Nations, a global club to stop future wars, but conservatives back home are spitting nails. Republican Senator Henry Cabot Lodge, a Massachusetts badass with a beard like a founding father, smells a sovereignty-sucking trap. The League's Article 10 calls for collective defense, meaning U.S. troops could be dragged into every global bar fight. Lodge and the GOP's irreconcilables say, "Fuck that, America's not your errand boy." They're still buzzing from winning the war. U.S. troops turned the tide at battles like Belleau Wood and Argonne, and American cash kept the Allies afloat. Why chain Uncle Sam to a Euro bureaucracy? The Senate, flexing its constitutional muscle, rejects the League in 1920, keeping America's freedom pure. X posts from our Patriot Glory 2025 crow. Lodge saved our ass from Wilson's globalist fever dream, and they ain't wrong. The signing itself is pure theater. German delegates, looking like they're headed to a funeral, sign under duress while French crowds cheer and Allied leaders clink glasses. The Hall of Mirrors, where Germany crowned its empire in 1871, now hosts its humiliation. But here's the kicker. The treaty's a time bomb. Its punitive terms, reparations, territorial losses, and that guilt clause turn Germany into a pressure cooker of resentment, and by 1933, Hitler's riding that rage to power, promising to tear up Versailles and make Germany great again. A 2025 History Channel piece nails it. Versailles ended one war, but lit the fuse for another. Conservatives salute America's wartime hustle, 4 million mobilized, 116,000 dead, and a GDP that doubled to $200 billion by 1918, but groan at Wilson's naivety. He thought ideals could tame human nature's dark side. Spoiler, they can't. The fallout's a mixed bag. America's star rises as a global player, with its economy and navy rivaling Britain's, but dodging the League leaves the U.S. free to focus on its own backyard, a conservative win for America first before it was a hashtag. Liberals might swoon over Wilson's peace vision, but let's keep it real. This was a party where America showed up, stole the show, then left before the inevitable bar fight. Germany's economic collapse by 1923, hyperinflation hit 29,500% monthly, and the rise of Nazism proved the treaty partied too hard and screwed the pooch for the next generation. Ex-users like a Freedom Eagle 2025 call it a win for U.S. power, a loss for common sense. And web dives, like a 2025 National Archives report, note it reshaped Europe but left scars that bled into World War II. June 28, 1919, was America's moment to shine, a loud, proud flex of muscle, soured by a treaty that danced on Germany's grave and tripped over its own ego. So hell yeah, you star-spangled party animals. June 28, 1919, gave us the Versailles Treaty, a wild American power trip that ended World War I and accidentally set the stage for Hitler's shit show. If this tale of U.S. swagger, Wilson's pipe dreams, and diplomatic faceplants got you hyped like a speakeasy on Prohibition night, smash that like button like you're pounding the Kaiser's ego into dust. Don't just click it. Slam it till YouTube's servers do the Charleston. Not subscribed. Get your ass in gear and hit that subscribe button harder than the Allies hit Germany's wallet. Ring the bell like you're sounding a victory horn because we're dropping history bangers every week. Toss your thoughts in the comments. Roast Wilson's League or demand more treaty chaos. Like, subscribe, comment, and let's keep America's party rolling, you red, white, and blue lunatics. And now for a preview for June 29th. Buckle up for June 29th, 1956, when Eisenhower signed the Federal Aid Highway Act, unleashing America's interstate system like a chrome-plated road trip dream. It's a conservative hallelujah to freedom, mobility, and capitalist hustle. Think V8 engines roaring, suburbs booming, and a sneaky Cold War defense plan baked in as well. Expect a fun, high-speed joyride through asphalt glory, flashier than a Cadillac's fins and smoother than a diner milkshake on Route 66.